Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo, you're Samurai Man, and today we have a Transformers Generations G2 Dreadwing. And originally I got this guy just because he came with the rest of the wave. I bought him online, so you had to get him as a combo pack with all four of the figures. And I was like, alright, he's coming with it, oh, I guess I have to get it. But then I got him in hand, I'm like, alright, he's awesome, I'm glad I did get him. I don't have really anything from G2 other than this, and technically I have Scourge slash Nemesis Prime from the RID line. I have the Japanese version, so it has the G2 logos on it. But yeah, I really don't have much from G2. I just don't feel the need to get stuff from G2. G1's fine with me. I mean, if they make like Generations figures like this, yeah, I'll get them. But like Masterpiece, what's it called? I think Tiger Tracks was G2. I don't know. I could be completely wrong on that. I don't know my G2, but definitely Masterpiece, Sideswipe. They made a G2 version of that, and I know a lot of people are like, yeah, cool, awesome, G2, and I was just like, it's a repaint that I don't need. But for this figure, glad I have it. Very awesome, very nice design. It's based off of the Megatron mold, the comic book Megatron mold. It's based off of that, and he was actually pretty prominent in the comic book, especially in Dark Cybertron. He worked for Shockwave. He was like his assistant. He was first featured, I think, in the Megatron Spotlight, where he first gets his new body. I think he also was like in the background. Something like that. He was in one of them where he's in the background, and people were like, oh, it's G2 Dreadwing. He's getting his own figure. Look at that. He's got Megatron's body. I remember that's how that first started. But then he actually got like more prominent, and that's probably why he got his own figures, because he was much more prominent in the comic books. But you can see he's based off of like a stealth bomber, so that's really cool. I like the design, very V-esque, like Boomerang or something, or I don't know, I feel like this is like a Kamen Rider belt buckle or something. I could totally see this being like that. Or I don't know, I just like it with all these red panel lines and the blue and silver. It comes off very well, the G2 logos right here. So very cool. I like the red, what's it called, the windows we got going on front. Looks very nice. Flipping around, not too bad. A little kibbly, but not too bad for the bottom. If you look at it dead on, it's fine. He does have some landing gear. I think this is it. Yep, just this little tire there. It just likes to fold up when you put it down, but it's something. So anyways, let's transform this guy. So to transform this guy, we're going to start with a little bit of parts forming. Take these bits off here, the wings. There you go. Oh my gosh. Now it really looks like a belt buckle, so I don't have an issue with that, actually. That's pretty cool if anyone wants to do some modifications. Anyways, just start by taking these bits off here. They're not tabbed in so securely. I mean, they do stay, kind of, but once everything's together, it'll stay. But once you start untabbing stuff, it kind of all just comes apart. So just start untabbing stuff where you can see the tabs that need to come off, because there's tabs that go in there, and then these tabs go in here, and it all just kind of separates. You can see it coming out apart. And what we're going to do is kind of bring out the leg, and then rotate it here to the ball joint. So you're going to want to bring out that ball joint. There you go. And then we'll line up the legs in a sec, but just for now, I think it goes like that, actually. So yeah, bring out that ball, rotate it. There we go. There we are. Bring it around. And then we'll flip up the feet. So you can already see he's doing that Macross thing. What do you call it? Whatchamacallits? Girl walk mode. Yeah, one of those. So he's doing that. Then what you're going to want to do is take these bits, rotate them. Nice little shoulder details that just came about. And then flip out the fist. If I can grip it, there you go. Rotate the arm at the bicep. There you go. That'll make a nice arm. Well, actually, we'll flip out the fist first. I find it's easier to rotate, or bring out the fist and then rotate it. There you go. It's all kind of wobbly, which is kind of annoying, but it'll come together. Bring out these bits here. You can see they can rotate. There's some pins here. Oops. There are some pins here, so you can't rotate them. Bring down this whole bit. Kind of folds up. You can see it breaks apart just to make it a little more transformative. And then get his head out. Be careful though, it is kind of hard to get his head to clear. Not like really hard, but you can hit it. So just be wary of that. Next, we're gonna open up here at the hinge. There's a little tab here, so you're gonna open up this hinge, and there's a little tab hole right next to that G2 logo. I feel like everything keeps zooming out of frame. There you go. So just tab in this here. There you go. That's going to make it a little more bulky. You can see it adds a little bit of girth to them, so that's nice. Do it on this side as well. Bring it about on that. There you go. And it snaps in very nicely. It's all very secure. Take the torso here at the bottom of the abdomen and then just peg it in there if you can reach it. It's kind of hard, I'm not going to lie. You kind of want to just like line it up the best you can. I've had trouble with it. There you go, I got it. You just want to like snap it in. It's gonna, you have to kind of angle the crotch area, this whole waist section, kind of want to angle it so that way it all fits in. But there you are. He is now fully transformed and looking like a bad motherfucker. And as you can see, he just untabbed himself. So it does happen. It's not, you know, like I said, it's not perfect. I don't think it's mold degradation just because it's not that old. I mean, this is only the second time they've used this mold. I mean, how old could it be? But bammo! So for the weapon, you can take it, and it's pretty cool. What you want to do is like extend it out, I believe. There you go, yeah, extend this bit out. Pretty cool. It goes in and out. This is the wing bits that I took off earlier. So do it on both sides, and then rotate out this peg, and just connect them together. Very simply. And now we got like some crazy fusion cannon. This is mostly made for Megatron, but I mean, it's the same exact mold, so he's got it too now. They both share that same cannon, but look at that red plastic. That looks really cool with the red cleared plastic. That looks like crazy awesome. So I'm okay with that. So you can see the colors here have gotten very bright. That's what G2 is known for. G2 pretty much took G1 and just, like, they took every neon color they can find and just threw it on and splashed it everywhere. And that's basically G2 in a nutshell. But you can see that we got some very light blue, very, very light, like candy blue. I feel like this is like rock candy blue with some like purplish dark navy blue. And then we got like the red bits going on and some black just to like really just put together with silver vents and all that. Really nicely done. Comes together very well all around. Really no kibble. Like I said, just turning this sleek stealth bomber into a chunky monkey jet. Or chunky monkey robot. I really like how they took this panel to fill in the back. It's not much, but it does a pretty good job of filling like the back end. You don't feel like it's too hollow. So that's really nice. So overall, they did a great job on this guy. I'm going to go ahead and look at that head. So taking a look at that head, it looks amazing. It's simple, yet well done. I think the black and red's really what's making it pop. It's got like a Stormtrooper Darth Vader design going on. I think that's also what's really helping, where it's got like the vents and then it comes together kind of like the nose slash mouth. We got the red visor eye, and then we've got this crystal like diamond at the top forehead. And the light piping is just so delicious. I can't get a good angle of it, but trust me, it works. I mean, I can see it working fine, but my camera's just like not getting the right lights in it. But it looks great still. Nonetheless, I'm really liking this like Darth Vader Stormtrooper look that they've got going on. So for the articulation, his head does rotate, I believe. Yeah, it's on a ball joint. It's just a very small ball joint. Not small, but like it's deep, so it's kind of hard to like get it to move. But I assure you it does. I mean, I'm doing it. You can see me doing it. But it's just hard to get those like little movements in there because it's so like tight. And then he's got some hinges kind of at the shoulder, go a little bit. And then he's got like some ball at the shoulder here, so you can rotate it. Pretty universal. Can't really bring the shoulder too much up. That's about it. You can bring it down. He does have rotation at the bicep. That's just due to transformation as well. And he does have a bend at the elbow, so that's nice as well. Nothing at the wrist. No waist rotation, but he does have universal hips, so they do come out and down and around, and they are ball jointed. Rotation at the thighs, and then a bend at the knee. The knees bend up all the way, just because, again, another transformation joint. But what's really cool is you can bend the knee, and then the knee armor has its own hinge, so you can make the knee armor move however you feel it looks best. And that's really cool. I like that. That's pretty awesome. Nothing at the ankle, and that's pretty much it for transformation. Not bad. Pretty standard. Not bad. So we have the G2 Dreadwing with the original Megatron mold. And I gotta say, it's really difficult to say which one I like better. Because at first I got that Megatron figure and I was like, oh god, this is awesome. And then I was like, I got that G2 Dreadwing figure and I didn't have any expectations for it. Then I got it, I'm like, wow, this actually doesn't look half bad. So I'm not really sure who's wearing it better. It's kind of awkward. We're having that competition of who wore it best. I'm not sure. It's like a tie. And Dreadwing might just have just a tip higher just because the neonness is really popping. But either way, they both look great. And another awesome thing about this mold is usually when it comes to plane formers, like flyers and all that, you usually have wing bits within the robot mode just because there's where else you're going to put them. But I like how they didn't do that with this. They turned the wings into the cannon, which is creative. I didn't even think that at all. I didn't realize that when I saw the comic or read the comics and all that. So the fact that there's no wing pack or jet pack, the wings aren't integrated like directly into his back or anything, I think that's creative. They did a great job with this mold. You gotta have at least one of these. I think you should have at least one of them just so you can, you know, just appreciate what they did with the stealth bomber vehicle mode. And here we have him with his Master and Lord Shockwave. Yes, he is fighting for the Shockwave team. So they have an interesting little connection going on within the comic. Shockwave is doing some experiments, and Dreadwing's the test subject. That's basically how it goes down. But he's volunteers for the most part. He's willfully working for Shockwave. He should have a certain understanding of what he's getting into. But this is the team up for that comic. There you go. They're very important. And just for what the hell, here's a look at all my G2 figures I have. I believe these are all of them. I got the G2 styled Megatron. That was the, let's see, movie Revenge. I think it was Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon mold. So that's G2 style. We've got a Generations Megatron mold that was done up in a G2 Dreadwing. That was actually featured in the comics. And then we have our actual G2 Nemesis Prime, which I think he was just Nemesis Prime. But I use him for my Robots in Disguise Scourge. So it's interesting that I got like 3 different figures that all like fit to that G2 look. And they all do have, well, like, with the exception of Megatron, they all have the, at least these two guys have the G2 logos on them. So that's cool. I mean, I like it. They're very nicely done up. And bam, let's get a Generations G2 line going. Hey, why not? I've already got these 3 guys. Let's keep it going. So to transform this guy, we'll start by taking off this cannon here. We'll just leave it off the side for now. Fold up the fist. Just do the easy stuff first, just because that's how I like to do it. Flip open this part here. Get this parts off those little tabby things, and then bring them around. Untab them. Like I said, they're like hook tabs, so you want to unhook them, bring them around. Rotate them here at the bottom. You can see they do rotate. Rotate them forward, just to line them up with the front. There you go. Flip up this whole compartment. Get his head in there if it'll fit. There you go. Just want to make it fit in there. And then we'll bring up the arms. Things are wanting to untab. This guy likes to untab a lot. It's annoying, but we got to deal with it. Line up the arms like that. I believe that's how you want them. I do declare that's how you want them. There you go. I think you want to have them something like that, like angle like that or something. Anyways, flip up the feet. Flip up the feet. Just get them all flipped up. You want to rotate. You want to have the originally we had the feet like this. Or I mean the blah blah blah. We had the waist section like this. Bring it up. Maybe I think you want to rotate it so the ball's facing this way, and then rotate that like that. I think rotate the ball like that. Yeah. And then rotate this out like that, yeah, like that. So I'm gonna do it on this side, like just kind of quickie, just so I could see myself, and then I'll show you guys. Show you guys how it's done. Let's see. Where does this bit go? Does it go inward? There you go. There you go. I got it. So yeah, tab that in like that, and then like that. I'm kind of just going to rush through on one side just because I need to figure it out for myself. Because, like I said, I always get confused on this guy. I don't know why, but for some reason his transformation always confuses the hell out of me. But there you go. So you have one side like that. So again, bring this up. I guess it would help if you got the arm out of the way. Maybe. I've already transformed it. Whatever. But you want to have the ball joint of this leg facing like this. And then rotate it back like that. So you have the feet facing at the back of the plane. So you want to have it like that. Rotate in this knee armor. You want to fold it in just to get it out of the way. Bring it up like that. And then there's a tab right here that you want to connect inward like that. And then just kind of line up all this junk here. There's another tab at the back here. You want to put the arm into the foot, kind of. Yeah, I guess arm into leg. Transformer stuff, you know, arms and the legs and such. And then I think that's the best. We're going to line up all of that junk. There we go. Yeah. I'm starting to get this transformation down. Before, it baffled me. I don't know why. I just could not get it down. Split the cannon. And then push it all back together. Line it all up the best you can. There you go. And then whatever side fits in. There's a little, you see there's a little tab hole here. You want to push it into here. And there you go. And then do it on both sides. Flip around this little peg just to get it out of the way. We don't need that showing. It's wanting to come apart. I can feel it. It just wants to come apart. And then let's see. And there we go. Hey, I got it. And then if you want, landing gear just to make it stand a little better. And bingo! So now we got Dreadwing back into his vehicle mode, and he looks great. I'm liking it. I love this vehicle mode. I love the robot mode. I love the paint scheme. It's actually working a lot better than I thought, just because I know G2 is crazy with its colors. But not bad. I'm liking it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This has been Samurai Man. Go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you want, you can follow me on Tumblr as well as Twitter at Macation and Instagram at MechasDivineHeart. You find all my pictures, recent purchases, what's coming out, who's making what, all that great stuff and more. So as guys, thanks and take it easy.